Every hero is given the chance to do good or wrong. Which side would you choose? Anyway, this is VAS of Bass Glorious for Spider-Man 3 review. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. In this review, and I'm gonna try my best on this. This is gonna be difficult. As usual, the movie was set to be, the movie's release date was set before the second one had a chance to be released. Sam Raimi decided to use the film to explore Peter learning that he is not a sinless vigilante and that there can also be humanity in those he considers criminals. As the Sandman was introduced as an antagonist, as Raimi found him a visually fascinating character. Mostly he wanted to use the special effects like they did in The Mummy. If you all remember the Imhotep that turned into a sand monster. Some of you may remember that. Overall, Raimi decided the film as being about Peter, MJ, Harry, and the Sandman, with Peter's journey being one of forgiveness. Raimi wanted another character villain, and that character villain would be Ben Kingsley as the Vulture, until the character was ultimately cut. More on him later on. But the studio was pushing for Venom though. But Raimi hated Venom's lack of humanity. So Marvel producer A.V. Allred convinced him to include the character since he had a strong fan base. So he included the character to please them. And he even began to appreciate the character himself. He often, on the set, he often secretly joked that he had no interest in putting him in the movie until San Diego Comic-Con 2006, I believe, where they released a poster for the Venom character. We all remember that. The screenwriter Alvin Sergeant soon found the script so complex that he considered splitting it into 2 films, but abandoned the idea when he could not create a successful intermediate complex climax. This could have helped us. It really could have. Both Topher Grace and Thomas Hayden Church confessed that when they were unceremoniously invited to meet at Sony, they had no idea they would be auditioning for the film. Thomas Hayden Church worked out for 16 months, losing 10 pounds of fat and gaining 28 pounds of muscles to prepare for his role as Sandman. And Topher Grace, who quit that 70s show to get the part as Venom, worked out for a couple, I believe, a couple of months too, probably 9 months at least, losing 10 pounds of fat and gaining 24 pounds of muscle to prepare his role as Venom. Alicia Charbert, I believe, who also auditioned for MJ in the first film, and Scarlett Johansson were auditioning for the part of Gwen Stacy, but the part would be given to Racy Dallas Howard, giving the Eddie Brock character, Topher Grace character's love interest. I guess they made him the bizarro version of Spider-Man. Even though they probably should have went with the ultimate version of Eddie Brock instead of like a bizarre counterpart. Anyway, as usual, to help me with the reviewing the Spider-Man 3 movie is Spider-Man. The movie was released on May 4th, 2007. And here they are with his guest at this time, New Goblin and Sandman, Spider-Man.